It's a perfectly respectable thing for people who lost loved ones in the accident to point out that I'm not one to take things in stride. I think, in terms of common ground, we're all inundated these days with the deaths of strangers. COVID-19 was one. The war in the Ukraine is another. All the stories we hear in our neighborhoods where I live, there's shootings resulting in death, and it's just a small town. Almost every day. And the grassroots grapevines talk about empathy, but they don't persuade that they really mean it when you look at their military sociology. So when a justice decision seems to come down that confirms your vindictiveness, it seems to reinforce the idea that you're important and that your bereavement belongs to the world. And I agree with that, if it is just. But it seems to me, in the case of Mackenzie, that the victims are missing out on something much more important than their vindictiveness, which is their fear of recognizing that she was victimized too. I'm not convinced that everyone was honest about the degree to which the men in the car knew and were fully informed of Mackenzie's drug use and played a role in that drug use. I don't believe that any of them knew the magnitude and the skill of the poison criminals who were operating on them. Mackenzie was victimized by a group who victimized me 50 years ago. They've had 50 years to perfect their neurobehavioral research. They use neurohypnosis. If you look at the evidence, you'll see that the neurological agent that was forced on me as a child had the same effect as what happened to Mackenzie psychologically. It also shows that she was just a child. Further, they've had 50 years to perfect their methods. It's like a depth bomb. All three of them were taken from us in a car bomb operation. The neurobehavioral hypnosis couldn't be more clear from the way that I struggled at the age of 14 years old to struggle to express and explain what that horrible poison put me through. And 50 years later, I still haven't completely recovered from the trauma. It's why I refuse to drive. I don't think that I can escape the vindictiveness of the people who seek grounds for vindictiveness. And it was a divisive operation in the sense that people who were impressionable and tender-hearted towards their peers were the ones who were susceptible to being poached and trafficked. And I empathize deeply with Mackenzie. She was a victim of the tragedy.